Hi, everybody. Good evening. Great to have you along tonight. I'm Rick Cole of Pirates Digital Media. We settle in for a great night of basketball inside the Ketchum Community Center in Trenton. Tonight, the men open their 2025-26 season at North Central Missouri College. The Pirates hosting Highland Community College out of Highland, Kansas. Highland is already 1-0. They opened up on Sunday, beating Peru State's reserve team 90-49. They're out of the Kansas Jayhawk Conference. It's always tough there, always very physical. And their head coach, John Oler, is a veteran. It's his second year running the Scotties, but he's been around for a while. He spent 12 years total as the coach in an assistant role at Highland. But before that, 14 seasons previously as the head coach at Kansas City, Kansas, where he built a program into a monster, including a 28-win season at KCK, a number one national ranking. That was back in 2018 and 19. His assistant this year, Connor Sevier. The Scotties bring 4 returners back. They are deeper this year, they are bigger, and they like their good shooting freshmen. And they know the history here against North Central. Highland has lost 6 in a row to the Pirates, dating back to 2017. They lost twice to North Central Missouri College last season. Some of the names to track tonight for the Scotties: all-conference guard Tavian Tate averaged 12.7 points a night last year. Gavin Grubbs got 6 points a game last year. And Adriel Smith, the point guard, started the second half of last year. So with that, let's sit back, relax a little bit, and hear from Highland head coach John Oler. Looking back, according to the records on your website, 6 straight losses to North Central. I know that you haven't been a part of all of those. Has that come up at all this fall?
No, but hey, they're the big dog that we're chasing, and they had a great year last year. Coach Coach Estree's done such a good job over there, and we look forward to that game. It's a big game for us, especially with them being number 8 in the country.
You mentioned that this year's group is bigger and deeper than you've had in the past. Tell me a little bit about that, along with the 4 returners that you have.
Well, we got a little bit more athletic, especially at the post position. We got a little bit bigger too. Last year we were pretty thin at that spot, but we went out and got a bunch of shooters to try to spread the floor a little bit more. And we played our 3-man this year was a 4-man for us last year and had to play inside a little bit. So he's making some strides on the outside, and it's allowed us to kind of change some things up. And the 4 returners just give us some experience. 2 of them were starters last year. 2 of them played a lot. Well, Gavin Grubbs, when we played you guys, he was the starter both those games because Adriel Smith was hurt both games. So he gives us a lot of experience off the bench too.
You were picked number 3 in your conference. How do you feel about that? And what's that kind of based on?
Yeah, well, I think it's probably based a little bit on last year, and that's where we finished last year. The last 2 years we've gotten into that spot where we make it to the semifinals in the region, and just can't get above the team that wins the region. Last year KCK beat us by I think it was 2 in the semifinals, and then they went on to beat Johnson County in the championship, and the year before that we played a tough game with Johnson County, and they went on to win the championship that year. So we got that next step up to make.
Last night on the Ketchum Community Center floor, the North Central Missouri College women got win number 1 on the season, and boy, they did it with style. A 102-49 steamrolling of Graceland's reserves here in Trenton. Honor Manning led the women with 21 points last night. Liz Oliver scored 18. Every single Pirate that was suited up scored in the game. But now let's take a look at the men's club, as North Central's men, as you know, were 31-3 a year ago, including 17-2 at home. They were ranked number 1 in the nation in 7 of 14 weeks the polls were taken. Tyler King was the National Player of the Year last year at 21.3 points a game. Head coach Jeremy Esri is in year number 10, plus he spent 3 years before that as the assistant coach. His assistant coach this year is former Pirate Demetrius Houston. They will lean heavily early on Cam Bennett, one of the returning starters, a 6'3", 195-pound sophomore. He, as we said, returns as a starter this year, but we'll see some other familiar faces too. John Neff, Zachary Kerr, Dang Ding, Talon Holt, and Dang Gak will be part of the rotation for Jeremy this season. All right, tip-off just a couple of minutes away. Highland and North Central Missouri College, opening night for the Pirate men. Sit tight, the lineups, national anthem, and then the tip-off right after that. But first, let's hear from Pirate head coach Jeremy Esri on Pirates Digital Media. 10 years now, head coach, right?
Yeah.
Where has the time gone?
Wild. You know, it certainly has flown by. It's been a lot of fun, and crazy to think that 10 years ago got my start up here and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Did last year go by really fast for you, as good as things went?
You know, it did and it didn't. Looking back, yes, it went really, really fast. I think the day-to-day where you're in the season, you're in the thick of it, you're stressing out about everything and all that stuff. It probably did. It seemed like it took a while, but now you look back at it and just an awesome group of people, awesome group of players, and just a lot of fun when we look back at it, and it went by really fast.
Right,
that way,
so. Right. Well, we have a lot of time to talk about that through the course of this year, but now it's a new season. New one begins today with Highland, and they're going to be better, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They're always really well coached, and they have a couple kids back from last year, but he went out and got some really good players, and a lot of length and a lot of athleticism, and they do a great job of attacking and not settling on anything. So gonna give us some challenges for sure.
Right. How about you? As you go into a first game, it's always, what's our rotation going to be? How are we going to look? What do you know at this point that you can share with us about that?
Yeah, we're still trying to figure it all out. We had an up and down preseason. I love our guys. We love how hard they practice. It's just a lot of new guys and a lot of guys that are still yearning for experience and stuff, especially game-wise. So, we love what we have in terms of talent-wise, in terms of attitudes, but we have to really get out there and put it all together. And, I don't know if we really did that yet in October. So got some finding to do as well. So.
Well, different circumstances, but you lost a couple of your bigs. That's certainly going to be a factor.
Yeah. It never helps when we lose a couple guys with height and some muscle mass and stuff underneath, and you don't expect it going into the year. You expect injuries, but we've had some major ones and stuff, and so just have to fight through it, and it's going to give other guys some opportunities to come in and hopefully contribute for us.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see people maybe you weren't expecting late in the summer to play, but how about your style of play? You've always loved to press and to run. Will that change at all?
We hope not. We want to play fast. We want to make other teams uncomfortable. And I think we can still do that. That being said, I think we also have a pretty smart team this year. Knock on wood on that, but they feel like they can, and they can really execute some plays, hopefully, and stuff. So, if we have to, we can possibly slow it down, but we're going to try to play fast and try to put on a good show for everybody, and again, make everybody else, make the opposing teams uncomfortable.
Sure. Well, I asked John Oler the same thing I'll ask you, is that they're highly rated in their conference, picked third in their conference, but we're number 8 in the nation. Does that mean anything at this point?
It's I think it's a testament to where we are as a program, hopefully, and again the great group we had last year, and the guys this year, what they see on paper and stuff. we do have some really good players and some really good guys, and so I think it's an honor. You want to be 8th or higher at the end of the year, but I think it's a great compliment to have, and it's something we fight for and we yearn for. So yeah, we'll take it.
Live from the Ketchum Community Center in Trenton, Missouri, it's junior college basketball tonight. Number 8, North Central Missouri College. The Pirates are hosting Highland Community College, the Scotties. The Scotties have played one game against Peru State. They won that game against the JV team, and this is the opener for Jeremy Esri in his 10th year as head coach of North Central Missouri College. Pirates won twice last year against Highland, but Highland has reloaded. John Oler, the veteran head coach, his second year at the head spot for the Scotties, has put together a team that's pretty deep, and they're pretty big. The Pirates don't quite know how deep they are yet, and they do know that they have lost a couple of post players so far. We'll get into that a little bit, but they're not going to be as big as they hoped they would be. On our staff tonight, bringing you this game from Pirates Digital Media, director is Riley Everett. Aiden Snyder is on the replays and graphics tonight. Our camera crew, Alejandro Samaza, Jose Calcano, and Frandy Ferdinand. And our fan cam and sideline reporter tonight will be Sierra Stigger. As per normal on the PA, it's Philip Wilson. And we'll go down to him in just a moment as we're getting ready for the national anthem, followed by the introduction of players. Let's go down right now to the floor. That's the Trenton High School band that will be performing tonight from Trenton High School here in Trenton, Missouri. So it's good to have those young folks here tonight. Now let's go down and meet the starting lineups.
First, let's meet the starters for the visiting Scotties. At guard, 6-foot redshirt freshman number 3, Miguel Villegas. At wing, 6'5" sophomore number 4, Tavian Tate. At guard, a 5'10" sophomore number 5, Adriel Smith. At 4, 6'7" sophomore number 11, Takeo Moore. And guard, a 6'4" freshman number 23, Colton Knoll. The head coach for the Scotties is John Oler. The assistant coach is Connor Sevier. Now everyone on your feet for the starting lineup of your number 8 ranked against the Pirates. At guard, a 6'5" redshirt freshman from Quincy, Illinois, number 4, Camden Brown. At guard, a 6'3" redshirt sophomore from St. Joseph, Missouri, number 5, Camden Bennett. At guard, a 5'10" redshirt freshman from Platteville, Missouri, number 10, Grant Red. At 4, a 6'4" sophomore from St. Louis, Missouri, number 23, Jay and managers Leonard Evans and Eliza Broke.
Pirates tonight wearing the uniforms that they broke out last year, the white and black uniforms here at home. Previously, they had worn gray uniforms at home. And
turn that on once the game starts, since he's not here.
And as we were saying, the Pirates wearing these white and black ones, I think they're pretty sharp. And traditionally, Highland has been in navy blue and gold, which they are again tonight. So we are about ready to jump it up here with Dang Gak stepping into the circle for North Centro, and Takeo Moore, the 6'7" sophomore from Las Vegas, jumping it up for the Scotties. What is a Scotty, you ask? If you don't know, it is a type of a dog, an adorable type of a dog, but aren't they all? And we are underway with the Pirates tipping it to Cam Bennett. This is the guy that the Pirates are going to rely on, especially early in the year. On the outside, freshman Grant Redd is number 10. There's Bennett taking a three. He can both penetrate and shoot outside, and he's able to hit that one to give the Pirates a 3-point lead early. So now the Scotties will deal with the pressure, not a whole bunch of pressure, and Knoll spotting up at the top of the key, hitting it to tie it at 3. Colton Knoll is from Las Vegas, a 6'4" freshman. Redd handing it to number 4, Camden Brown. Brown again looking for a cutter, can't get anything there in the double team. And it's Redd from the baseline kicking it outside. James Porter the third, and that's a 3 for him. So the Pirates have hit their first 2 3-pointers, and they take, again, a 3-point lead here early on. Colton Knoll will give it off to the point guard, Adriel Smith from Wichita. Smith took over the point guard duties in the second semester last year and did a very nice job. Here's the all-conference guard, Tavian Tate, number 4. Keep your eyes on him. He's a good one. A little bit short and a good box out there by Porter. And the Pirates come the other way. Pirate basketball on Pirates Digital Media. Thank you for joining us tonight. So whether you're a Scotty fan or a Pirate fan, Scotty fans, appreciate the fact you didn't have to pay for this. Just saying. Knocked away, and a steal knocked into the hands of Adriel Smith. And ahead, it's Knoll for the miss. And then it's off the hands of Takeo Moore, who came charging in there but could not hang on to it. So 18-18 left in the first half. And the Pirates trying to add to their 3-point lead. Camden Brown giving it off to Porter the third. Looking, trying to get free is Brown, and lucky to get rid of it before the 5-second call, and knocked out of bounds. So the Pirates turn it over, just underway here. And now the Scotties dealing with that pressure again. Way off the mark. And on the rebound, it's knocked out of bounds and belongs to North Central. So we're just underway. Early on, the Pirates have hit 2 3-pointers. And thus the 3-point lead. Redd across the midcourt line, getting it right back from Gak, and then driving inside. He lost the handle and not allowed Knoll to get the block. Here comes Highland. Advantage to the Scotties, and scoring it is Tavian Tate. Redd comes the other way. Gak on the outside. Bennett draws the double team on the hedge by Highland. And Bennett again trying to work his way inside. Redd will arc one high and off the side of the backboard as it was influenced by the 6'7" sophomore Moore. Driving, Adriel Smith is able to hit the layup. So Adriel Smith, who started most of the second half of the season last year, as we mentioned, Camden Brown, and down low, Porter! James Porter hitting the shot. He's from Cardinal Ritter High School in St. Louis. And new to the program here, although he's listed as a sophomore. Pirates traditionally man-to-man, although we haven't seen that hard pressure full court yet. And the bounce pass from Tate intercepted. Pirates on the run, and Porter goes in hard for 2 more. So James Porter III has led the charge here early. He has 7 points, and again a steal. Camden Brown knocked away, lost it through the netting, and it'll belong to Highland. Pirates will go to the bench for the first time with Kalen Stererite coming in. And it looks like a timeout is going to be taken here. And we'll see, it's going to turn out to be a media timeout, and we'll take a timeout as well. So from the Ketchum Community Center in Trenton, Missouri, we take this break.
We're for road trips. We're for hitting up Arthur Bryant's for lunch and making it to Lambert's for dinner. We're for drop tops, T-tops, classics, cruisers, steel horses, and real horses. Have you ever hit a deer? Yep, we're for you too. We're for getting stuck in traffic and 6-lane freeways that aren't so free. We're for Missouri license plates. No, medals of pride. Like us, no 2 roads are alike, but we're all connected. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missouri driver, we're for you.
At the Ketchum Community Center, the Dance Wave performing here. They'll also be with us at halftime. And at the break tonight, we'll talk to Zachary Kerr, returning guard for the Pirates. He actually is kind of a swing man, and he will be our guest at halftime. He's got a remarkable story about what happened to him this summer, so he'll want to watch that coming up at the break. Pirates by 3 with 15:51 to play, and now they'll get a chance to press hard here if they choose to. They're going to go the full court, as you can see. Kalen Stererite is from Bonner Springs, Kansas, guarding the ball. Avoiding the double team, that's Knoll. Cross court, and the floater, good by Adriel Smith. He has 4. Averaged 8.7 points a game last year. The game against Peru State on Sunday for Highland, I wasn't able to find a box score. Maybe you saw one. I did not. And a nice move by Geck, but he can't close it, and Highland has a chance to take the lead. Smith. And the reason I bring up the box score is just simply to mention we've got last year's averages, but not the scores from Sunday. That's the second 3 by Colton Knoll. And that's a turnover by North Central. So right now, the Pirates have turned the ball over 3 times, and Highland has turned it over twice. Highland is 4 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 3 from the arc, while the Pirates are 4 of 8 overall, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. Red waiting for Smith. Handoff goes right back to Smith. Knoll has been hot, and he gets away from Bennett, and a whistle at the very end of that play. Here's the three-pointer by Knoll a second ago for Highland. And Red picks up the first foul in the game. Colton Knoll at the free throw line. The lefty has a couple here with 14:44 left in the first half. And one more coming up. And so 2 for 2 for Knoll. He has 8 points. Highland leads it by 4. To Gack. He wanted to go up hard, and he did, and he got hit equally hard to prevent the layup. Takeo Moore is called for the foul, and that's the first foul on Highland. And Gack will go to the line. Dang last year was a very average free throw shooter, 64%. Oh, yeah. And we'll have one more here. Interesting guy. He played at Oak Park High School in North Kansas City. His parents immigrated to the United States from Sudan. South Sudan, I believe, technically. And Dang, who averaged 4.3 points a game last year, has his first point in 2025. Breaking the press well. This is Tavian Tate. Tate again, and finding the man underneath. Dunking it is Taquille Moore. 6'7", sophomore Taquille Moore. Highland by 5. Bennett facing up against the defense. They're a high hedging team. They give a lot of help on the outside. And there's a ball knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say that is off of James Porter III. And now we've got a foul. Was it a technical foul? Yep, it was. So interesting that the ball was knocked out of bounds, and the reaction initially was Porter. Watch him here as the ball gets knocked out of bounds. He was amazed it was not off the Scotty that was there. Something was said. Tavian Tate ends up with the technical. Cam Bennett, he makes a living at the free throw line, 94% last year to set a school record. 100 out of 106 attempts. That's maddening. And he was perfect until about 2/3 of the way through the season. I think he kind of suffered a slump. We only shot about 95% after that. Yeah, it's mind-blowing. You couldn't do that in your driveway, could you? So the Pirates down by 3, play defense against the Scotties, and John Oler, who is in his 14th year overall at Highland. Knoll inside, double team over Bennett. That's a tough shot. Colton Knoll now with 10 points here in the first 6.5 minutes. Red finding Bennett. Everywhere but down, and Knoll comes up with the rebound. Smith finally is able to get it over to Knoll, and he's red hot. Another three-pointer for him. That's 3. 13 points for Knoll. Now Red trying to penetrate it. Knoll is there again. He plays big. He's 6'4", but he's been all over the place under the boards and on the outside offensively. Knoll goes against Bennett and scoops it up and hits it against Kalen Sterite. And so Knoll has been on fire. He has 13 points, make it 15 points. And Jeremy Esri will take the break. So we'll be back in a moment with more basketball as the Pirates are down by 10. Pirates against Highland as you listen to the sounds of the Trenton High School band here tonight. It's a 10-point Scotty lead, and behind the shooting of Colton Knoll, the team from Highland, Kansas has taken that 10-point lead here very early in the game, 12:47 to go. Knoll has a 2-pointer, has another 2-pointer after that, 3 3-pointers, and 2 free throws. All that adds up to 15 points for the Las Vegas, Nevada residents in the non-school year, and so he is out to a fantastic start here, just a freshman. Pirates will stay with the same lineup with Kalen Sterite, the only non-starter on the floor. There's Sterite. Red. And the feed to Gak. Dang has 3 and an assist for Red. At this point, the Pirates are 6 of 11 from the floor, and Highland 9 of 12, 3 of 5 from behind the arc. Well, Highland came to shoot, and that's one thing that John Oler said, is that they will be a good shooting team, especially behind their freshman like Knoll. I don't think he anticipated anything like this, though. The all-conference guard, Tavian Tate against Bennett now. There's Knoll again. One of the few misses he's had. He is now 5 of 7. Red firing and hitting. Grant Red with his first points as a Pirate. His grandfather is here tonight, Jim Red, along with Joanne. Jim and I have history going back. He was the former athletic director at Northwest Missouri State and at William Jewell.
Checking from Island number 1, Connor Lockhart. Number 2, Gavin Grubbs. And number 30, Jaden Williams.
Highland's going to have that ball here, and looks like we've got a timeout. This may be the media timeout. I think that it is, as we go to the benches here early here in the first half. We are halfway through, a little bit less than halfway through, and it's Highland now by 5.
To Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri. Banking made simple. With online and mobile banking, you can check balances, make transfers, pay bills anytime, anywhere. Visit onlinefarmersbank.com to get started. As a locally owned FDIC insured bank, we believe in more than banking. We believe in community. Your growth is our mission. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
North Central Missouri College News. North Central Missouri College Savannah campus will host their annual Nursing and Health Science Day Friday, bringing together high school students, current health science students, educators, and industry pros for a day of exploration, learning, and connection. This year marks the 3rd year at the Savannah North Central location. Into the game is Jaden Williams, who has been suffering from some knee problems. There's a knock away from Tate, and wrestling for the basketball and coming up with it, James Porter III. Gack in the open floor, cut off by Gavin Grubbs, one of the guys that anchored the team last year. And a kick there will give the Pirates back the ball with 10:54 to play in the first half. Pirates were down by 10 a moment ago before 5 unanswered points. Strarites with the inbounds, 20 seconds on the reset shot clock. Gack can hit that shot, but not a high percentage shot for him. Bennett finding his way inside, got partially blocked, and Scotties have the basketball. Gavin Grubbs, a 5'10 sophomore from Kentucky, and laying it up high up the board is Connor Lockhart, another Kentuckian, for his first college points, as far as we know. Again, no box was available from the Peru State game the other night. A steal, and Highland goes back to work, and underneath, Williams can't hit it, and Gack is there. That's 6-7. Red draws the double team. Gack open. He'll go in hard and fouled, and he'll get 2 free throws out of it. Highland really challenges you up high with those hedging guards coming off their man to help out up high, and then recovering quickly. That time a little bit behind Gack, so Dang will have 2 free throws here. He's hit 2 out of 3 tonight. Dang wants to be a software engineer in the future, but his ceiling as a basketball player really went up last year, and Pirates are looking for some good things from him this year with 1 year under his belt. He didn't play much in high school at Oak Park High School in North Kansas City. Pretty good looking free throws there for the sophomore, who shot 64% from the line last year. And the Pirates down by 5 again. Grubbs is in there with Tavian Tate, so they kind of have 2 guards in there. Getting a break is the point guard, Adriel Smith. Lead pass, Williams recovers and lays it in. Jaden Williams is from Philadelphia. 6'7", they've got some good height this year at Highland. Highland is led by as many as 10. Talon Holt, number 33 in the game, and a whistle, and someone stepped on the sideline. It might have been Talon, he was close. But in any case, the Pirates have turned the ball over for the 5th time in the game. Again, at halftime tonight, we'll watch the Dance Wave. We'll visit with Corey Kerr, and Sierra Stigger, who is on our fan cam tonight, will also do double duty as our sideline reporter. She'll have an interview at courtside. Williams wants to step out on the baseline. Red ahead to Holt, and Talon finding Brown on the baseline, a whistle, and what do we have here? Someone step on the baseline again. That just knocked out of bounds, and the Pirates have the ball with 23 seconds to shoot. E.J. Coleman from Las Vegas is in. He's number 12 for Highland. Gack against Williams. One more try for Gack if he chooses to. Holt kicking. Strarites from the outside for 3. So Kalen Strarites hits the first three-pointer of his career. A 6'2" sophomore from Bonner Springs, Kansas. Pirates within 4. It's as close as they've been in the last 4 minutes or thereabouts. DJ Thomas is in. He won't hit that shot, and Gack controls the ball for a moment, and then taken away by E.J. Coleman, and Gack is there once again. Red across midcourt, weaving his way. Gack on the outside. He is a 23% shooter as a collegiate from the three-point arc. 15 to shoot. Red scooping it underneath, and then out to Gack. 10 to shoot. Straright. Long rebound controlled by Gavin Grubbs. Grubbs 1-on-3. And a whistle. The foul is going to be on Camden Brown. Quincy, Illinois native. He is 6'5" tall. Grubbs is going to be at the line, but first we're going to have a media timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well here from the Ketchum Community Center in Trenton, Missouri, where the Pirates and the Scotties meet. They'll play later on this year, but right now it's Highland by 4.
Before you open your eyes, at Smithfield, we're busy slow smoking. Before you sizzle, we hand select and hand trim. Before you were born, we gave birth to flavor, which you'll find in every bite of our naturally delicious hickory smoked bacon. Flavor hails from Smithfield.
Pirates basketball on Pirates Digital Media. We'll continue with basketball this weekend. It's the Women's NCMC Classic. 4 games, Friday and Saturday, starting out with the first game Friday night at 5:30 when St. Louis plays Marshalltown, and then in the nightcap, John Wood takes on our Pirates. And on Saturday, the first game will be St. Louis against John Wood, and North Central then will play Marshalltown in the second game of the day. We'll have all 4 games live, but 2 of them without commentary. The North Central ones will do some commentating on. Gavin Grubbs shot 71% from the line last year. Played in 31 games, got 13 starts, and averaged 6 points per game. Couldn't connect on either one of those, and the Pirates look to cut into the 4-point lead. Bennett gets it right back from Deng. Camden Brown all the way in for 2. Cam Brown. He has 7 points, and the Pirates within a bucket. Now they'll play defense against the Highland team that is cooling off just a little bit. The drive and the kick outside. Lockhart, he hits it dead solid, perfect, and has 5 points. Bennett, there's that high double team, and they're going to give a foul on the reach in to E.J. Coleman. Not yet in the bonus, so the Pirates will have the ball on the sideline. Back into the game, James Porter the third, and also for the first time is Corey Kerr.
Number 32, Xavier Akema-Funa.
Xavier Akema-Funa is in for Highland. Let's see if there are any other changes for the Scotties. Doesn't look like it. Cam Brown. Kerr, they work it around up top to Porter the third. Now Corey, and he got hit, and that'll be a foul on Highland. It's going to be again on E.J. Coleman. So the 6th foul of the half against Highland, still not a shooting foul. Shot clock resets to 20, and the Pirates inbounded on the side of the lane. Coleman having a tough time of it. Finally, Brown able to get it inbounds. Backing in. Porter the third, and he hits that 2-pointer. 9 points for Porter. That's the leading scorer for the Pirates at the moment. Long drive, nothing there, and Porter Jr. is there one more time. Bennett can't hit it from the elbow. 6:13 to play. First half from the Ketchum Community Center. We talked a moment ago about these two teams facing off at Highland later on this year. Close-in shot won't go for Akema-Funa. And Bennett comes the other way. A 3-pointer would tie it. Porter the third. And Bennett got hooked a little bit by Grubbs as he went by, and that'll be the 7th foul of the half.
Highland foul number 2, Gavin Grubbs is first.
Pirates traditionally have been a very strong free throw team. Number one, they get to the line a lot, traditionally. And they hit a fair percentage of those. They're among the nation's leaders in free throw attempts and free throws made year after year. But it's all that offense and the cutting and the ball handling that gets them in that position. Bennett now misses a free throw. There's some news, but it'll go right back to Bennett, and Cam hits 2 anyway. 9 for Cam Bennett. Only missed 6 free throws out of 106 last year, and missed one here tonight. Knoll is back in. He had that huge scoring binge, 15 points in the early going. A little bit short for Smith, who's back in the game, and it comes right back to Smith. 16 to shoot. Knoll working against Brown, and the rebound into the hands of Kerr. Loves to run, but it's 2-on-4. The trailer is Camden Brown, and the Pirates take the lead. First points for Camden Brown, and a 30-second timeout going to be taken by John Oler, and we'll stay right here as the Scotties take the lead against, give up the lead to North Central as the Pirates lead it by 2. We talked a little bit about the Savannah campus hosting the annual Nursing and Health Science Day. Another thing that is coming up that you may be interested in, the grand opening of the Dr. Neil and Suzanne Nuttall Student Center at North Central has been scheduled for noon on Monday. So come out, take part in the festivities. It'll feature a ribbon cutting. The event will also commemorate, of course, the 100th anniversary of North Central Missouri College. I've had the opportunity to peek in the window. It's pretty cool. It's really cool. And we'll be producing a little news feature on the ribbon cutting is the plan at the moment. Our director tonight, Riley Everett, with Aiden Snyder on the replays. I am Rick Cole, and we're in the final 5 minutes of the first half. Adriel Smith to Knoll, and swinging it wide to freshman Connor Lockhart. Knoll giving it outside to DJ Thomas. 9 seconds to shoot. Lockhart going to work. Nothing there underneath to Knoll, and he hits again. He's a scoring machine. Tied at 32 with 4:24 to play in the first half. At halftime, the dance wave. Corey Kerr, who just handled the ball a moment ago, will be our guest at the break. And a turnover on North Central is their 6th of the game. Smith and Bennett. Long one for DJ Thomas. And it's Bennett with the rebound. Now in trouble, and a jump ball. The alternating possession will go back to Highland, and a little tangle with Kerr and Lockhart. We've already had one technical in this game, but we'll have a media timeout right now. After this timeout, you'll take a look at the foul on top, as Bennett was fouled, and he'll go to the line for a 1-and-1 when we come out of the timeout. And we'll be back in a moment.
Scholarships make a big difference in the ability to attend school. Whether you're a first-generation student, a normal matriculating traditional student, or an adult student who sat out or not been to college at all.
Should you have any questions, you can always contact the Financial Aid Office. We're located on the NCMC campus. You can reach us by phone at 660-357-6513, or you can email us at financialaid@mail.ncmissouri.edu.
Scholarships help immensely.
Saw Kimberly Meeker in that spot a moment ago. She has a podcast now available, a once-a-month podcast called Pirate Perspective. You can pick that up. And she'll have another one coming out here mid-month.
Grant Red and number 24, Dan Gack.
Grant Red is back in for the Pirates as North Central goes back on defense. Tied at 32 here in the first half against Highland Community College of Highland, Kansas. Thomas driving, lost it. Did he travel? Nope, going to be a foul on North Central, and it'll be the 3rd foul of the half on North Central.
NCMC foul number 10, Grant Red, his second, 13.
Red picks up his second.
Second for the Pirates, number 11, John Neff.
And John Neff out of Staley High School, North Kansas City, enters the game. He's number 11. Good pick and roll inside. It's a Kamafuma, and the offensive board and a foul. So Xavier Kamafuna able to get a couple shots inside. And Porter the third will pick up his first foul. It's the 5th. Check that, the 4th foul of the half. This time it is a shooting foul, and Kamafuna is the shooter. He's from Richmond, Texas. First points for a 6'6" freshman, Xavier Ikamafuna. Last year, Highland lost twice to North Central, 98-68 and 86-75. And if you're wondering, there is no women's game. Normally, Highland will come in and play a doubleheader here, and we'll play a doubleheader there, women and men. But the Highland women are really low on numbers, and so they have elected, as I understand the story, to play only conference games this year. They played, there's Bennett hitting for the Pirates with 3. And he has a dozen points in the first half. So North Central back on top by 1. But back to the women from Highland. They played one game early in the year, but they started with 6 and ended with 2. And that's Gack with the rebound. Bennett. Outside, Brown. Not this time. And the rebound to DJ Thomas. All the way in, and it goes in for Adriel Smith. Half a dozen for him. So back and forth we go. Highland by 1 now with 2.5 minutes in the first half remaining. Bennett looking for some room against Knoll. Neff everywhere but in, and a good box out underneath by Takeo Moore. And that'll be a foul on North Central. Going to call that one on Dangek. So Gack gets his first foul. 5 fouls on the Pirates. 2 minutes to play in the half. Connor Lockhart. DJ Thomas giving it out to the post Moore. That pass way out the mark, took him out of their rhythm, and now they have 7 seconds to shoot. Lockhart found a little crack and couldn't get it to go in. The buzzer is inadvertent as the shot clock was beaten by that shot. Quarter the third, no. And again, another rebound to DJ Thomas. He's had a good first half on the boards. Lockhart gathers it after the errant pass. Offensive board, and right now the Pirates are giving up a lot of them, and they're paying the price as Moore has his 4th point. Highland by 3, and a whistle with an inadvertent child on the court. Oh my God, little sister just, or big sister, I guess, just smacked the kid in the backside. I mean, it's a little bit funny. Sister was embarrassed, I think. Dad brought him back over to the seating, and my sister wound up and hit him on the backside. There's Gack. Dang, inside. Couldn't get it to go. Smith on the run. Steps through. And that ball's going to belong to Highland like I thought. It was knocked off the hands of one of the Pirates up high. That was kind of like when a volleyball hitter goes up and uses the block on the other side of the net and wipes the ball off the block. That's kind of what happened. Oh, now they're going to call an offensive foul on the inbounds play on Thomas. So Thomas, trying to get position, is called for the offensive foul. 40 seconds left in the half. Pirates can tie it on a long one. Cam Brown spinning, doing everything. Got his man off the ground. Gack inside, and he draws the foul and will go to the line with 22 seconds remaining in the first half. Looks like it's going to be DJ Thomas again.
DJ Thomas is second.
And that's 2 on him.
The line shooting for the Pirates, number 24, Dang Cat.
Wasn't there a singer back in the 70s named DJ Thomas? Oh, no, that was BJ Thomas. What was his big hit song? I want to say Hooked on a Feeling. I know Blue Suede did that. I think it was Blue Suede. Seems to me BJ Thomas did that too. When you watch Pirates Digital Media, it's more than just a basketball game. It's a lot of times the history of music. Oh, and now John Oler has picked up a technical foul. And Cam Bennett will be at the line. So the 6'3" redshirt sophomore who started his career at Missouri Western and is awful reliable at the free throw line nails that one. 13 for Cam in the first half. So the Pirates down by 2. They have the ball with 22 seconds at the free throw line. Gack can tie it if he can swish a couple here. And this will be 2 shots in the double bonus. Take it back. It's the and one, right? So 39-38. Pirates. 8 seconds. Smith. Lockhart. And it got in! At the buzzer, Lockhart drops in a 3. His 8th point. And it's Highland taking a 41-39 lead here at halftime. Real quick as the dance wave, I believe, is going to perform, or perhaps not. We are not quite sure what's going to happen here. Dance wave is staying on the sideline, and it looks like the band from Trenton High School that's been here, they've been quiet in the first half, and they may be getting organized for some kind of a performance. And I'll tell you what we will do here as we wait for that. And let's just see exactly what's going to happen here. Dance Wave is doing something. We don't know what it is, so let's take a time out here. When we come back, we'll have it all figured out, we hope.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Meeker. I'm the Director of Financial Aid here at North Central Missouri College. Fill out every scholarship application that you can. Anything that you can fill it out. It may take you a couple hours, but if in return you receive a $1,000 scholarship, I believe that's a pretty good return on investment. The NCMC scholarship application is available each year, and it's due by March 31st for the upcoming fall.
So back at halftime with the Pirates leading at 41-39, or excuse me, Highland leading at 41-39. We're still not exactly sure what's going to happen. The Trenton band is here. They take a moment or two to set up, and so what we will do is we're going to go to our halftime interview here as we had a chance to visit with the Pirates swingman, Zachary Kerr, who was our guest here and is our guest at the break. So Corey Kerr is our guest here at halftime. Welcome. You're, as I understand it, lucky to be alive after this summer. Can you tell us that story?
So I went to I had an alumni game at my old high school, and I would just go for a layup. Kid takes a charge, and I land on his knee, and my rib had poked my kidney. So then I had a lacerated kidney. So all summer I was just hurt and just going through a bunch of in and out of the hospital and just a lot of stuff.
Well, is that a injury that, I mean, does it hurt when it happens, or does it hurt later, or all of that?
It was kind of it hurt at the moment, but then I go home and I use the restroom, and that was just kind of off, and I was like, all right, I definitely need to go to the hospital. Did a bunch of tests, some CT scans, and then just kind of figured out kind of messed up, dude.
Yeah.
They were like, you're lucky to just be here. Like, this is something that's like really dangerous.
Yeah, and you said that it laid you up all summer. How did that affect basketball going into this year?
It kind of made me like understand like I wanted more. Like, I didn't think I could like be able to play again. I was kind of like questionable, and it's like when you really like sit out that long and you just sit there and watch, you crave it more. Like you
Right.
want it so much.
Right. You've been cleared now. How much have you been able to practice up to this point?
I've been practicing. I've been doing a couple of little practices here and there for the past 2-3 weeks, and I got cleared on Monday. Been fully practicing. It's been going well.
Okay.
And been able to do everything. Been contacting everything.
Right. So for the game tonight, how much would you expect to play?
Good amount of time. You know, coach put a lot of trust in me. He believes that I'm aggressive enough, I can play good enough, and I can go out there and play. So, he's going to throw me in the fire and see if I can hoop.
Right. I'm amazed by that. I hadn't heard that story. I was amazed by it, but and you touched on it just briefly. It gave you some perception and some maybe different perspective on basketball. What about life in general? How did that affect the rest of your life?
Honestly, it kind of helped me like get closer with myself, and like just honestly, I've gotten closer with God in the time, and it's just like helped me overall like become a more calm person. Think and understand more, and just not take things for granted.
Yeah. Well, I can see that, and we're glad you're okay. But boy, that had to be scary.
Yeah.
All right, so take a deep breath now and tell me, coming off of last season's a big-time team, nationally ranked #1 for a good part of the season, what are your expectations for this group of guys this year?
No, I have a high expectation for us. I think we can go out there, and if we put it all together, we can hoop. Those guys last year, they were different, so we're not trying to follow their steps. We're trying to build our own steps, and use what they did, and use kind of play how they play, and understand what they did to get that level, and just use it in our own way.
The experience must have been phenomenal.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah. So this team this year, what are you thinking they're capable of doing as you've been able to watch them through the preseason?
Honestly, anything, like national tournament, national champions, like they can do anything if they really put their minds to it, and we can lock down, play defense, and just do what we need to do. We can go as far as we really want to.
Sure. How about school for you? What are you doing in school, and what's the outlook for you after basketball's over?
Honestly, I want to go to another school, a 4-year, continue my basketball journey. And honestly, I'm a major in business, so I know stocks, trade. I just want to learn about like money, just how to get money and make more money with it.
Yeah, that's amazing. And do you have your eyes set on any certain profession?
Basketball, honestly.
Basketball.
It's still basketball.
Yeah. Hey, you were telling me during your injury and your convalescence this summer, you got to playing a lot more video games. What are you playing?
I play a lot of 2K and a lot of Warzone. Call of the Wild if you people are like hunters. Yeah, I understand that game.
Yeah.
And this is fishing game I like too, but it's a lot of 2K and Warzone.
Yeah. So you had to sit on the couch or wherever for a long time. Did that go against your nature?
Honestly, yeah. I always work out. I always like to be around basketball or just hang out with friends. So, having to sit down and play video games, it wasn't the worst thing, but, I wish I was doing something else for sure.
Oh, sure. Best memory from last season?
Honestly, just being being at the national tournament, like seeing all the teams, and just hanging out with my guys for like a full week, and we're just it's just all about basketball.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Basketball.
Yeah. That's a special time in life to be able to do that, even if it's just for a short amount of time to get to do that. Yeah. Hey, it's been great talking to you. I had no idea about your injury until you told me about that, but we're certainly glad that you're around, and looks like you'll be able to play, so that's even better. But mostly just that you survived it. That had to be scary. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us here at halftime, and we wish you the best of luck. We'll kind of keep an eye on, and don't fall on anybody's bent knee anymore, okay? That's obviously that's not good.
All right, thank you.
So Corey Kerr, our guest here at the break, and we'll be back with more in a moment. especially early in the year. On the outside, freshman Grant Red is number 10. There's Bennett taking a three. He can both penetrate and shoot out. A cutter can't get anything there in the double team. And it's Red from the baseline kicking it outside. James Porter the third, and that's a three for him. Influenced by the 6'7" sophomore Moore. Driving, and Ale Smith is able to hit the layup. Camden Brown, and down low, Porter! James Porter, full court yet. And the bounce pass from Tate intercepted. Pirates on the run, and Porter goes in hard for two more. Highland has a chance to take the lead. Smith. And the reason I bring up the box score is just simply to mention we've got last year's average. Highland leads it by 4. To Gack. He wanted to go up hard, and he did, and he got hit. Well, this is Tavian Tate. Tate again, and finding the man underneath. Bennett facing off against the defense. They're a high hedging team. They give a lot of help on the outside. And there's a ball knocked out of bounds on the outside offensively. Knoll goes against Bennett and scoops it up and hits it against. There's Scarrerites. Red. And the feed to Gack. Few misses he's had. He is now 5 of 7. Red firing and hitting. Jim and I have history going back. He was the former athletic director at Northwest Missouri State, and getting a break is the point guard, Adriel Smith. Lead pass, Williams recovers and lays it in. Jaden, one more try for Gack if he chooses to. Holt kicking. Sparrites from the outside for 3. Gets it right back from Deng. Camden Brown all the way in for 2. Cam Brown just a little bit, the drive and the kick outside. Lockhart, he hits it dead solid, perfect, and has 5 points. Really having a tough time with it. Finally, Brown able to get it inbounds. Backing in. Porter the third. And Bennett now misses a free throw. There's some news, but it'll go right back to Bennett, and Cam hits 2 anyway. Into the hands of Kerr. Loves to run, but it's 2 on 4. The trailer is Camden Brown, and the Pirates take the lead. Bennett now misses a free throw. There's some news, but it'll go right back to Bennett, and Cam hits 2 anyway. As I understand the story, to play only conference games this year. They played, there's Bennett hitting for the Pirates, not this time. Partners with North Central Missouri College Athletics include Pettijohn Ford, now offering low upfront prices and no hidden fees on every vehicle in stock. Grundy County Lumber, your authorized local steel dealer. St. Luke's Health System. St. Luke's unique combination of clinical excellence and compassionate care makes them the best place to get care. BTC Bank, agriculturally minded, service-oriented, and driven to strengthen the communities it serves. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri. Bank on the go with Farmers Bank mobile app. At halftime, the Pirates are down at home by 2 to Highland Community College. And a couple of the scoring issues here as we go through the first half stats. 17 points for Colton Knoll. He really dominated in the first half. 6 of 9 from the field and 3 of 4 from the three-point line, along with 6 rebounds. All of those stats leading the Scotties in the first half. For North Central, 12 points for Camden Bennett and 9 points, 3 rebounds for James Porter III, making his debut at North Central Missouri College. The rest of the stats here in the half for the game, the first half that is, 44% shooting by North Central Missouri College and 46% from the field by the Scotties. So they shot the ball pretty well in the first half. Not great, but better than North Central, and they have the 2-point lead at half. From the three-point line, 5 of 11 for the Scotties, 6 of 12 for the Pirates. And at the free throw line, the Scotties took 6 free throws. They hit 4 of them, while the Pirates, 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And tell you what, that really kind of kept them in the first half. We will take a break now as we're waiting for the second half to get ready to go. And back in a moment on Pirates Digital Media.
With the new U.S. Bank Smartly Visa Signature Card, you can earn an unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase.
You're trying to elude me, Mr. Falcon, but I will find you.
You're really going all out, huh?
Shh. Getting cash back on all of this.
I'm coming over.
No matter what you buy, earn more smartly with the U.S. Bank Smartly Visa Signature Card.
Ketchum Community Center in Trenton, Missouri, where this weekend we'll have the Women's NCMC Classic. St. Louis against Marshalltown leads it off at 5:30 on Friday night, and then the Pirates play John Wood's women's team at 7:30 or thereabouts. And on Saturday it starts at noon with St. Louis against John Wood and the Pirates against Marshalltown in the 2 o'clock game. Of course, the Pirates won't play St. Louis because they're a regional team. We don't want to see them more than we have to, or something like that. In a couple of weeks, it'll be the North Central Missouri College Classic for men. We will start again after the weekend. We've got a game, I believe, on Monday nights, and we'll give you the rest of that story here in just a moment. You can see the score here after the first half. And the Pirates have the basketball to start out. Dengak, a 3, and he hits that. That can do nothing except help the Pirates at this point with Gak hitting from 3. 9 points for the sophomore, and the Pirates have taken a 1-point lead. They trailed by as many as 10 points. That was with 12:48 left to play in the first half. Highland is indeed a pretty good shooting team, as that young man, Colton Knoll, was on fire. 17 points, as we said, 6 of 9 from the field. Handling the basketball, Adriel Smith. He's a sophomore guard. Knoll splitting defenders and then knocked out of his hands and never hit the rim, and so the Pirates force the shot clock violation. Red with the basketball. And a whistle. And that looks like it'll be a foul on North Central or a turnover. It'll be a turnover. Nope, they are going to give a foul. And it'll be the second of the game on James Porter III. So a moment to wipe up the floor, and then Highland will have the basketball down by 1. They have played a game. It was a game against the Peru State of Nebraska JV team. Peru State is a NAIA school in the Heart of America Conference. Last year, Scotties 19-13. They lost to Kansas City, Kansas in the Regional 6 semifinals. Down low, Moore. Little jump hook that's short, but he gets the deflection off Gak's hands. One more time with the hook. And this time Gak is there for the rebounds, and the Pirates push it up floor. Bennett works against Knoll. Gak got a clear path to the basket and hammered from behind. And Dang just pops up and is ready to go. I don't think he's exactly pleased about that, and he might have gotten bruised up a little bit, but he's going to go to the free throw line on the foul by K.O. Moore, 2 on him. And Gak will have 2 free throws here. Dang has been good at the line tonight. That's his 5th made free throw, and he has 10 points. Our director tonight is Riley Everett. Aiden Snyder is our replay and graphics man. On cameras tonight, Alejandro Samaza, Jose El Cano, and Frandy Ferdinand. And they are all baseball players. They're in the middle of their series, their World Series, their inter-squad series. And that got tied up at 1-1 today with the deciding 3rd game coming tomorrow. That is the 17th point. Yep, check that. As that one went in, still trying to see where they gave the official score to. In the meantime, the Pirates give the ball back on the missed shot, and it looked like a foul on North Central. And it'll be on Red with the blocking foul. So Grant picks up his 3rd in his first game as a Pirate. Kalen Strarites will come in. Adriel Smith to Knoll. Moore helping out on top, gives it up to Miguel Villegas, who's been out of the game since he started. And then the layup is good by Adriel Smith. We had Villegas starting the game, but he quickly departed. And now the Pirates can't hit it, and back comes Highland, leading by 2. Intercepted by Gak. Dang in the middle of the floor. Step through, finger roll. 13 for Dang, and the Pirates have tied it with 16:57 left in the second half. Tavian Tate has only 2 points in the game. He is their leading returning scorer at 12.7 last year, and he quickly answers that. So Tate hits a 3-pointer and turns to the crowd. Highland by 3. Short by Brown. Scotty's running. Smith in the middle of it all with the floater. And Gak is there again with a rebound. Dang all the way in. Can't get it, but will go to the line with a couple of free throw chances. Gak with 7 rebounds and 14 points now officially.
Second team foul.
The foul is going to be on Adriel Smith. And each team has 2 fouls in the half.
24, Dang Gak.
Gak has hit 8 of 9 free throws.
Checking in for the Scotties, number 30, Jaden Williams.
Jaden Williams, a 6'7" post, comes in. And Gak tries to pull the Pirates within 1. Knoll with the rebound. And Knoll all the way in, and have a chance for a 3-point play. So Colton Knoll hits another shot. 19 points for him, and a chance at a 20th point coming up. It's going to be a timeout taken by the Pirates, I believe, and we'll have the free throws after this timeout.
Welcome to North Central Missouri College.
Hello, I'm Dr. Lenny Claver, the president at North Central Missouri College. We're a growing college. Our reason for growth and success and the satisfaction of our students, as well as our faculty and staff, is based on something we call uncommon attention. We pride ourselves on providing uncommon attention to our students, and our faculty have bought into that. And I'll just tell you one thing, it works.
Pirate men opening their season after their 31-3 finish last year. They won 17 of 19 games at home last year, and of course, they were ranked number 1 in the nation, 7 of the 14 polls last year, but that was last year. Yeah, right now, Highland is giving them a go, leading by 4 here with 15:53 left in the second half. I am Rick Cole, and thank you for joining us tonight for the opening of the men's basketball season. Pirates and the women's team from North Central don't have a lot of doubleheaders this year like we've had in the past. Knoll trying to complete a three-point play, but the lead will remain at 4. And this Highland game, again, was supposed to be a doubleheader before Highland fell on some hard times with numbers. They hope to get a player or two back in the second semester. There's a nice drive inside. Camden Brown, 5 points. And so again, a 2-point game. The largest lead has been 10, and that was by Highland. Did he lose it out of bounds? Nope, it was knocked out of bounds, but no foul. So Knoll driving hard. 21 seconds left to shoot for the Scotties. Colton has certainly been the scoring star tonight. There he goes again as he was hooked, and they're going to call offensive foul. He did the hooking. They're going to call the foul on Williams setting the screen. So there was contact, but they're going to get Williams with an illegal screen. Cam Bennett of the Pirates. Yak handing off. Kalen Starright. And the long shot won't go, and the rebound by the all-conference performer as a freshman, Tavian Tate. And Tate goes in hard, but Dak has been a man on the boards tonight. He's done a great job of rebounding, and the Pirates need that with some players gone. Assad Petaway is a 6'7" freshman, but got hurt a couple of weeks ago, and they're not sure his status. He may redshirt. But he is practicing, and so there's some hope that the freshman from Minneapolis will be available at some point this year. That foul is on Jaden Williams, and the backup big man at 6'7" has 3. So the Pirates go to work here, down by 2. Bennett trying to take the lead. Cam Bennett with his third three-pointer, and he has 17 points. Highland going to work. Tavian Tate, another 3, and he is starting to heat up a little bit after just 2 points in the first half. Highland up by 2, knocked out of bounds by Bennett. Now they're going to give a foul here. So the foul is called on Tavian Tate. That's his third. The Pirates look to take advantage with 23 on the shot clock. Flipping outside, Brown trying to find a shot, and he does find the contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. pretty solid head and shoulder fake by Camden Brown. And for Villegas, that's one foul on him. The end of the game is Gavin Grubbs, as Smith will get a break. And to the line is number 4, Caden Brown. Camden Brown was a high school all-conference player at Quincy, Illinois Senior High. Wants to become a financial guy, a financial advisor, or something like an investment banker. Boy, he rattles that around and misses both of them. Speaking of Quincy, Quincy University's JV is now on the schedule. I believe it's November 30th. It was a late addition. Quincy is a Division II school in the Great Lakes Valley Conference. There's a steal knocked away by Bennett to Gack. Now Bennett trying to find a gap in that Scotty defense. Gack penetrating, making a move, and hitting it as Dane Gack providing some sport. 17 for Gack. Right back the other way. It won't go for Grubbs. Gets his own rebound, and Tate launches. Brown the other way. In the lane. Gack is open for 3. And the rebound to Knoll. 13-9 to go. And tied at 54. All the way through with a left hand. Grubbs can't hit it. Bennett the board. Cam driving, lost it, and it came off Bennett's shirt and will go out of bounds, giving the ball to Highland. Connor Lockhart for Highland as Villegas gets some time on the bench. Pirates have checked into the game Talon Holt. Holt working on Tavian Tate. Good cut by Lockhart, but nowhere to go after that. The Pirates reach in and foul. And then it looks like it's going to be Cam Brown that'll pick up the foul with 12:38 to play. 6 fouls on Highland and 4 on the Pirates. Didn't shoot a lot of free throws until late in the first half. That may not be the case in this half. And Tate's pass goes through the hands of the intended receiver. And meanwhile, there's a foul, and they're looking at Kaylin Sterite, who is guilty of the foul, and that is his first. Nope, they're going to say Talon Holt, his first. 20 seconds on the reset shot clock on the inbounds, and now it's Tate's going to work. And throwing it right into Kaylin Sterite's hands. Here's Bennett, and blocked off the board. No goaltending called. Yes, there is, finally. So Bennett will get credit for the basket. 19 points for the sophomore. And the Pirates up by 2 on that block attempt by Moore. Grubbs and Bennett whipping it inside, but it's too long for Takeo Moore. And the turnover here at 11:59 left in the first half. We'll be back with more in just a moment as the Pirates battle Highland here in this game early in the season, the opening game for North Central.
Hey, Jay from State Farm. Check it out.
The old Fumble-Rooski.
Or you can bundle home and auto and save money. The old Bundle-Rooski.
Bundle?
Come on, man. Bundle. Come on.
Oh, my gosh.
Come on, man. What was that? You didn't supposed to.
Oh, Rooski.
I can't do it.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The bench of John Oler and the Highland Community College Scotties of Highland, Kansas, in the Kansas Jayhawk Community College Conference. Their athletic director is Jerry Cole, no relation.
Ticket number 32.
North Central 56, Highland 54, and
3-2.
we have 12 minutes left, just a tick underneath that here at the Ketchum Community Center.
Checking in for the Pirates.
Pirate basketball.
Red and 24, Dan Gack.
Red is back in with Holt, Gack, Brown, and Strike. Backing in, Holtz fighting the open man outside. Brown and Strike's getting the rebound, tied up underneath by Lockhart, and it comes free to Red, who stepped on the end line. So good work by the Pirates. They hustle but are not rewarded. And now Highland looking to tie the game. Nearly picked off. Lockhart, though, comes up with it. Moore handing it off to Grubbs, and then outside for Tate. And tipped race to the ball, won by Grubbs. Gavin Grubbs finding some room inside. And not sure exactly what Moore was trying to do. It almost looked like a dunk that he threw through the net. That was kind of an odd shot. But he throws it away, and the Pirates have the ball back, leading by 2. Red on a little running drive. Highland will try to tie it up or take the lead. Drive by Knoll, knocked away, a race for it. Red is in there, so is Tate. And an alternating possession will give the ball to Highland. Take that back, that was Grubbs that was in there fighting for the loose ball. And there they are, tangled up on the floor. Our replay producer tonight is Aiden Snyder, one of the associate producers this year, along with Nick Stewart. And that's going to be a foul, and they're going to give Brown the foul. So Brown picks up a foul. It's 6 fouls on each team now. And on the shot, Knoll will go to the line. Colton Knoll has 4 2-pointers, 3 3-pointers, and now 3 free throws made. Bennett is back in. He will not sit much this year. And quite an opening night for Colton Knoll against a junior college varsity team. Red pitching to the corner. Bennett back to Red. Grant all the way across before finding Strite. And now it's Bennett driving, leaving it short but drawing the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Highland foul number 2.
It'll be a 2-shot foul, but noteworthy is the fact that 7 now on Highland, but the Pirates have also committed 6, so the advantage, I don't believe, is going to last for long. So Bennett to the line. Jeremy Esri in his 10th year, the head coach of the Pirates. Boy, he's done some stuff, hasn't he? He has been around a little bit, taking his team to national tournaments. Number 1 rated half the year last year. Jeremy played his first 2 years of college ball here. He's a graduate of Penny High School, I believe, in Hamilton, Missouri. Cam Bennett has missed his second free throw. And he's talking about Esri, went to Central Methodist for 2 years. Gack ends up with the steal, and Bennett comes down court with his team leading by 1. And an offensive foul, knocking Grubbs to the floor. The foul is going to be on Dangak. So the possession goes back to Highland. That is the 7th foul, but a non-shooting situation in that kind of play. But both teams will be in the bonus from here on out. Warm day today here in Trenton and most parts hereabouts. And I think it's getting a little warmer in the gym. You've seen a lot of perspiration tonight. That's the 2nd or 3rd time they've had to take a moment to wipe up the floor. Hey, guess what? By next Sunday, the high is going to be 42 degrees. There's a pass inside, and again, Moore wanted to make a splash. Instead, he kind of came up looking silly. Gack will blow by Moore and lay it in, and it'll count. He's fouled. He may also be hurt. He'll have one free throw, but he comes up shaking his right hand, as you can see there. Here's the play.
Checking in for Highland number 5, Gabriel Smith.
The foul is the 2nd on DJ Thomas. And now Moore is going to come out of the game. Moore misses a dunk. Tried to do something a few minutes ago. It looked like a putback attempt to dunk. So he's got to be a little bit frustrated, and he is going to explain it to John Oler on the bench. And Gack will have one here. Knoll takes the rebound. Smith gets the screen by Akamufono, and the shot is off the mark. Cam Bennett trying to stretch the Pirate lead. Nearly turned over. Gack pitching it outside. Talon Holt's first points this year. He averaged 2.3 points a game in 17 games last year. Screen and roll, look who's open. It won't go for Akumafuna, and finally tipped in by Knoll. So Knoll again having a tremendous night, unofficially 23 points, and a turnover by the Pirates. 10 turnovers for the Pirates and 8 for Highland, and Tate hitting a long run. That's his 3rd three-pointer. He has 11 points overall. Holtz outside to Gack. He blows through and lays it in. So Gack able to drive through and hit that shot. Tate's trying to go around Gack, and Gack got him with a hip. Here's the drive a moment ago by Gack.
His 3rd, 18th foul.
And it looks like we've come to another media time with 7:39 left in the ball game. It's been a good ball game tonight here at the Ketchum Community Center. 7:39 left to play. Jeremy Esri has been planning since the summertime for this season, and coming back after a 31-win season last year. And in the opener, Highland has been right there. This has been a 2 3-point ball game either way, really, with Highland leading at times, North Central leading at times. Highland led in the first half by 10 points with some 12 minutes in the game left in the first half. And other than that, it's been tightly contested, and Highland, down by 3, goes to the free throw line. Tavian Tate last year started in 32 games, averaged 13 points a game, and shot 74% from the free throw line in an all-conference year. The Kansas Jayhawk Conference, always very good. Highland was pick number 3 in the preseason poll in Jayhawk, and on the missed shot, a foul, and the Pirates are going to walk down to the other end and shoot 1 and 1. Porter got fouled, and the foul is called against Takeo Moore, who came out being frustrated on his dunk attempt and now is back in, and he picks up his 3rd. James Porter III. Will have one more. He has 10 points. His first game as a collegian. And it's been a good one, as he has 11. And the Pirates have one of their bigger leads, 5. All the way down, blocked shot, but also a foul on John Neff. I think there's a question about that. John's shaking his head, but there was contact, and that's going to send number 5, Adriel Smith, to the line for 1 and 1. Adriel Smith, 21 games last year, 19 starts out of those 21. Last year, 81%, yep, that's right, 81% from the line. Leaves the lead at 4 for North Central. Yak up court. Neff went to Staley High School. Bennett, Yak, and Moore again. And dang, did he step on the line? He certainly did, and that's a turnover on North Central. Pirates now with 11 turnovers. Highland led by 2 at halftime. Pirates have stayed out of the press for the most part since the first half. They pulled that off and have made it into more or less a half-court game. And again, we take some time to wipe up the floor. We talked a moment ago about Jeremy Esri. He is assisted by former Pirate player Demetrius Houston, and John Older's assistant is Connor Severe. Six straight wins for North Central in the series, but this one is still anybody's game. Lots of time to play. Tate. Lockhart coming out. Now Knoll. Moore. Lockhart handing it off to Tate. This is the guy you got to watch. Look at his quickness, and he tries to drop it inside. Bennett fighting down there, and finally pulled out by the Scotties. To go weak side, and somehow he got the handle on it, and it'll count as Lockhart got it up and in at the last possible second. So a 2-point game. Bennett in the motion of shooting a 3, got it to Gack, gets it right back again, and then it's blocked away, but Cam again with 15 seconds takes control. Yak. Rebound over the top of everybody and then knocked away as Porter couldn't control it, and Tate comes the other way. All the way in, and he lays it in over Bennett. Tate, 13 points. He's another Staley High School guy. In fact, he and John had to have played on the same team. They're both sophomores in college now. And Bennett going in. Somebody took a slap at the ball and will be called for the foul. It's going to end up being Colton Knoll in a 66 all game. Fans have enjoyed this one. So Bennett to the line. Cam has hit 5 free throws in the game. And let's see what he can do here in a tie game. Well, if he's going to be at the line with a couple of free throws needed late in the game, I like our odds, even though he's missed a couple tonight. And knocked away on the miss. Bennett again misses a free throw. What's going on with him? And they're going to call a foul on Pirates Camden Brown, which will send Knoll back the other way. And he will have 2 shots in the double bonus. So the Pirates by 1, and Colton Knoll, who has scored all these points tonight, 23 of them unofficially, has hit 4 free throws. Tying it up at 67. Bennett hit 1, and now Knoll hits 1. And Colton Knoll, Las Vegas, Nevada, Sierra Vista High School, hits 2 free throws, and Highland leads by 1. Red into the corner. Drive by Brown, and knocked out of bounds. Back to Brown off the inbounds. Bennett against Tate, maybe the 2 best players on the floor. 5 to shoot, and a push-off, blocking foul. I think that James Porter III may have gotten away with one there. And Knoll will pick up that foul. It's 2 on him. So I didn't quite see it there, but it kind of looked like maybe there were a couple of fouls there. Maybe the blocking happened before the push-up. I don't know. Our referees tonight are Corey Gilpin, Jake Keller, and Damon Stelting. So a couple coming here as Porter III has another point, 12 for him. James Porter II, his dad, and Jolanda Jackson, his mom. And 2 for 2. The Pirates jump up. Five minutes and change remaining. Moore. Smith back in. High screen Moore. Here's Knoll with 8 to shoot. And a great pass underneath, converting it as Lockhart. Knoll to Lockhart for his 12th point, and Highland by 1. Off of the hands of the defender, Tavian Tate. Tavian Tate, when you stop to look at him, he's a big dude, 6'5", great outside shooter. Drive, and the missed dunk by the Pirates this time. Brown tried to dazzle the crowd, and they're going to say, well, what are they going to say? I'm going to say it is off North Central. So the Pirates give up a missed dunk, trailing by 1. And now they'll dig in on defense. Adriel Smith, the 5'10 sophomore, against freshman Grant Red. Tavian Tate handing it off to Adriel Smith. Smith and Red. Long one outside. Tate! Nothing but nets. Fourth three-pointer and 16 points for Tavian Tate. 4-point lead for Highland. 4 minutes to play. Bennett trying to answer back. Way off the mark. And Highland will have the basketball back. Jeremy Esri thinks there may have been a touch on the shot, but won't get any satisfaction there. And we go to immediate timeouts as we are at the Ketchum Community Center here in Trenton, Missouri. And it's a tight one, but Highland is taking a 4-point advantage.
St. Luke's knows time is precious. That's why we save more patients from heart attacks and deliver the fastest stroke care in the region, and bring more cancer experts to more communities, so you have more time to enjoy what's most important: life. St. Luke's.
Pirate basketball to open the season for the men's team. The women won last night. They took on Graceland's JV and ended up winning it 102-49. They beat the Graceland Reserves. Another nice game for Honor Mannings of the Pirates, a sophomore returnee. Pirate women host their Classic Friday and Saturday, and will play twice. Games start at 5:30 on Friday nights, and the Pirates play the second game each day. They'll start at noon on Saturday, and the Pirates will play the second game. Also, coming up Saturday, we should mention this, is that flag football, our initial flag football team, will be playing in a scrimmage. They've scrimmaged at Baker so far this year, and I guess it was a pretty good experience. Here is the long three by Tate, and chasing it down is Lockhart in the corner. What a hustle play by Lockhart. A 4-point lead for Highland with 3.5 to play. All the way through, Smith throws it up, tipped up and in, and finally the moment he's been waiting for. Moore coming weak side and tipping it in. Big bucket, and now the Pirates down by 6. Brown on the outside. Gack against Moore. Red. Skip pass, finding Brown. Gack kept it alive, and he got the rebound. 20 seconds now on the shot clock. And a whistle. Looks like a Highland foul as Gack goes down hard again. And now Brown went over to help him up, and he slips down. Again, that sweat on the floor. You know, all the times you see guys go out and mop up the floor and all of that kind of stuff, and rarely do you see a slip on a wet spot that was just created. But it does happen, and that's why they take the time to stop the game and get it cleaned up. I've never seen a more slippery floor, though, than a basketball floor that was installed over an ice hockey rink. Look at that nice bounce by Gack. He's at 9 free throws. That was in Evansville, Indiana, the big arena there where they have a minor league hockey team, and the Evansville Aces play basketball on top of an ice rink. When you walk out on the floor, your feet get cold by the end of the night, but that condensation sometimes takes effect. 5-point game. Knoll. Screen by Moore. Knoll cradling the ball, putting it in. Clutch play by Colton Knoll. 27 for him, and at the other end, Brown is shoved out of bounds. That'll be a foul, and the Pirates will shoot free throws. Lockhart will pick up the foul, and Brown to the line. Camden, who's not hit a free throw tonight. 6'5" redshirt freshman from Quincy. Illinois. That one makes it a 2-possession game. Maybe a little early to start talking about that, but those are the facts. One more for Camden Brown, and now the Pirates want to get a sub in, but I imagine it's going to be for Brown, so they'll hold that sub. Kalen Strayites on the floor, and he will come in now. He's going to come in for Red. (77-72), 2.5 to play. Pirates are down and digging in on defense. Smith, Tate back to Smith. Moore to the corner to grab that pass, backing in on Gack. Gives it up and sets the screen. 4 to shoot. Tate's going to have to do something, and he throws up an air ball, and the Pirates have it back. Are they going to call the shot clock violation? Yes, they will. And so the Pirates will go through the procedure of throwing it in bounds, even though they had possession with 2 minutes left, and the clock has not moved in the last 3 seconds. Now it does. A little home cooking there, perhaps. Here's Gack trying to get a shot up and throws it out of bounds, and now Jeremy Israel is having a unique out-of-body experience trying to convince the referees that perhaps there was a foul there. There was certainly some contact. Well, Dan Gack has played hard tonight and he's hit the floor multiple times, been shaken up a little bit each time, it seems like. Pirate defense has to get the job done here. But Highland has other ideas, and John Oler said this was a game on their schedule they really wanted to play well in. He considers North Central one of the premier programs in this area of the United States. The drive hanging in the air, and Adriel Smith hits for his 11th point. That was a big one. Now a 7-point game. Jeremy will join us after the game. We'll talk to the head coach of the Pirates. And there's a nice strong layup by Kalen Ferrite. 5 for him. 1:07 to play. Again, the defense under the gun here. Not in any hurry is Adriel Smith, the sophomore guard. Tavian Tate back to Smith. They're spreading it out. Still 9 to shoot. They're going to let Tate fire it up. It's online, but no good, and he was knocked down. There's going to be a foul here, it looks like, and free throws coming. Or is it? Yeah, it is. They signaled the foul on James Porter III, and that means 3 free throws for the 74% free throw shooter, Tavian Tate. Has not hit a free throw tonight. And he can pretty much put this game away if he hits all 3. Still a 2-possession game, but 2 free throws still coming. And there's a big one right there. Eight-point game. Highland, firm control now. Bennett, they'll let him go and let him lay it in as he hits the ground. 6-point game, 38 seconds left. Pirates have got to make something happen. And they're going to foul Adriel Smith, who, if Tate was a good free throw shooter, Smith's a great free throw shooter. Shot 81% last year. But the Pirates did not have much of a choice there. And one more. So the door still open here. But we need a little bit of help at the free throw line. And Smith is not going to help us at all. Good shot under pressure to make it a 7-point game. Bennett with 26 seconds going inside, draws the foul. So Pirates still alive. The clock stops, and one of the most reliable free throw shooters in the country goes to the line. Meanwhile, down hard on the floor was Tavian Tate.
The line shooting 2 for the Pirates. Number 5, Camden Bennett.
19 points for Tate, and that's his 4th foul. Not that it means a great deal right at the moment. 27 points for Colton Knoll, leading all scorers. Cam Bennett has 23. One more coming. And now the defense has to get something spectacular done here. 83-78. They're going to go to that pressure. And Smith throws it away. That's a start. So a timeout for John Oler here as his point guard, Smith, throws the ball away against pressure. And we'll see if it's a long one or a short one here. It's going to be a short timeout that also turns into a long timeout. So we will take a timeout as well. Pirate basketball tonight. It's coming down to the wire. The Pirates have the ball back.
Married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
Trenton High School band is here tonight at the Ketchum Community Center, the home of North Central Missouri College. Pirates force a turnover with 21.8 seconds left. So they get possession right back after Bennett hits 2 free throws. And we'll see what Jeremy Esri's play call is here. Half court, just inside the half court line. It'll be inbounded by Cam Brown. Bennett around the low screen inside, and Porter the third lays it in, and the ball goes out of bounds. Did the Pirates take a timeout there? And they apparently did. The board says the Pirates and the Scotties each have 2 timeouts left as you take a look at the play inside. And now a 30-second or a 60-second? Going to be a 30-second timeout. Let's go through the schedule for this weekend again. The NCMC Women's Classic. Game 1 at 5:30 on Friday will be St. Louis Community College against Marshalltown. And then the Pirates play John Wood Community College of Quincy, Illinois in the 7:30 game. On Saturday, the first game, St. Louis against John Wood, is at noon, and the Pirates will play immediately afterward against Marshalltown, a school out of Marshalltown, Iowa. So 2 games this weekend for the Pirate women at home in their Classic. They get their first win and are 1-1 after knocking off Graceland's JV very easily. So the men pressure here, and they've got to come up with another possession. They get it to Knoll. Knoll to Moore, and Moore was fouled gently by Gack. Got to appreciate Moore on that play as he caught the ball, and instead of going up and doing something maybe questionably spectacular, he took his time and let the pressure come to him and drew the foul. See what he can do with the opportunity, and that's pretty solid. Moore has 7 points. He is a transfer from Cloud County Community College. He's also a Las Vegas guy, 6'7", and a sophomore. 4-point lead with 11 seconds left is now a 5-point lead with 11 seconds left. And the Pirates will need a big miracle here. Here's Bennett, and reaching in, a foul. And so with 7.5 left, the foul comes by Tavian Tate, and Bennett to the line.
Number 4, Tavian Tate is
That is 5 fouls on Tate. So Corey Kerr comes in for the Pirates. And let's see who comes in for Tate as John Oler. You can see him with his hand to his chin there, contemplating, like all the best scholars do. Grubbs is the choice. And Bennett at the free throw line. Now there's a possibility that he could intentionally miss one on the second one if he chooses to, but that would, I don't know, it's still going to be asking a lot to try to make something here for the Pirates. Just speculating. Let's see what Cam will do here. Switched them both. And if the Pirates can get possession back, they'll have a chance here. And a foul comes quickly as the ball comes into Adriel Smith, and now the Pirates have got to hope that he'll miss 2 free throws. If he hits one of the 2, we're pretty much done for the night. Well, let's see what Smith can do, a sophomore. How about that? Smith has one more to close this out. Pirates have 6.4 seconds if he doesn't. That'll do it. 1 for Smith, that's all he really needed. Bennett will fire it up, hoping to draw a foul, but it's not to be, and it's Highland winning against number 8 North Central, 86-82 is your final score as the Pirates are knocked off here in their first game of the year. We'll have some stats coming up here in just a moment, and we'll talk to Jeremy Esri in a moment also as the Pirates lose to Highland Community College here in their first game of the year. We'll be back with Jeremy Esri in a moment. North Central drops it at home tonight, losing to Highland Community College 86-82 as we wait for Jeremy Esri. Here are some of the stats from the game. Highland, who now go to 2-0 on the year, 46% shooting from the floor, including 10 of 21 three-pointers and 16 of 23 free throws. Pirates shoot 47%, 9 of 22 from the arc, 25 of 34 from the free throw line in the game tonight. Looking at some of the leading scores, 25 points for Cam Bennett, 22 for Dang Gak in the game. And on the Highland side, they're going to have a couple of guys who had big nights. If we can just get to the scorecard, there it is, 27 for Colton Knoll, and Tavian Tate had 20. Jeremy Esri is with us here on our post-game. Coach, tough way to open the season against a very good team.
I guess everybo's got to get better, so we got to get better. Oh, man. Great, Highland, great job. We got to get tougher.
Yeah, is that the message that'll be going forth here, is that we've got to get tougher?
Certainly, yeah. We're going to watch some film and learn where we could capitalize on a lot of stuff. But, we still played hard. We're just not tough in some areas. So.
Yeah, and you've had to lose and work around a couple of people that are not with you anymore. And how hard is it to gel this early in the year?
Yeah, it's tough when injuries and commitments and stuff get in the way, and it's part of basketball. It's part of life. So we just got to keep rolling and keep getting better, and we'll get there. Really like this team. Really like this group.
Yeah,
so we'll get there.
Cam Bennett led the way in scoring, but I thought that Dang Gak really showed a lot of improvement from
Dang
last
was
year.
awesome. Man, Dang was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
He was amazing tonight, and we're going to need him to be that every single night. So, he set the standard high tonight, but, yeah, we're going to need more of that.
All right, Coach, we'll let you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we will wait to see you again here later in the year.
Appreciate
as the Pirates drop their opener here to Highland. Again, the final score 86-82. On behalf of our crew, Riley Everett, along with Aiden Snyder, Alejandro Samaza, Jose Calcano, Frandy Fernandez, Sierra Stigger, I'm Rick Cole. Thank you so much for watching tonight. The Pirates lose it by 4 here at home, and it is the NCMC Women's Classic coming up with the Pirates playing John Wood Community College. That's Friday night. It'll start somewhere around 7:30 here on Pirates Digital Media. Until then, we say goodbye and go Pirates.
Jolly Roger! Make sail, laddie!